What's up, guys? It's Corey back with some more Diablo 3 Crusader Hardcore something something something. Okay, I don't fucking know. I have no idea how to introduce this thing. It's got a so fucking long of a name. I have got no idea. So I'm not even trying, I guess. So we've got the crown. Now we need to take out the Skeleton King. I can probably do it in one video, assuming this door ever fucking opens. And then we won't be too far off from where we were with that witch doctor, which tragically met its end some time ago. There we go. I need to kill this fucker guy. Come on. What is triangle now? That did something. I don't know what. I just need to kill those guys because they just keep summoning skeletons. And it'll never end until they die. Provoke is what that looks like. So is that like a taunt? Taunt all nearby enemies and instantly generate an additional 5 wrath for every enemy taunted. Taunted enemies will focus their attention on you for 4 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't seem particularly useful in single player. We will switch that for the blind. I think that'll be pretty useful. And then wasn't there... What does this change it to? The slash becomes pure lightning and has 25% chance to stun enemies for 2 seconds. So instead of fire, it's lightning with a chance to stun. Yeah, it's actually a pretty sizable chance to stun. That's not too bad. But I still like that that punish, just because it gives me that extra chance to block, and if I can find a good way to make my block chance higher, I can do more of the fire explosion Nova thingies. How much gold do we have, by the way? 25,000 already. Holy shit, that's not too bad. I'm not sure if I should really be avoiding multiplayer like I am. I assume it's probably a good idea for hardcore to avoid. Because I think how it works is that if a player joins your game and they're significantly higher level, enemies might scale to their level, which would then just get you killed. Okay, let's go in here. Bunch more zombies, skeletons. Whoa, that's a fuckload of skeletons. And we got some rares behind us. Did I just hit that guy through a wall? Oh, they got knocked back. Great. I actually don't have that much health. That's kind of cool. Okay, not too bad. That was everything, looks like. And nothing gold, I guess. So yeah, at least for a little while, these videos might end up replacing Dark Souls 2 stuff, only because I'm not giving up on Dark Souls 2, but that game is giving me problems, as it does for most people. But I'm also trying to do a dual wield build, and I will continue to work at it and continue to try to progress and make videos in it. I do still intend to finish the game with that character, but it will take some time, so unfortunately stuff like this will probably end up being used as kind of filler, I guess, while that stuff is being done on my end, and then when I've got something I can feel comfortable showing, I'll put it out. But I have no idea how long it's going to be. That might end up being a little while. Primarily because while I'm making these, it's also taking time away from me progressing more in Dark Souls. Not like it'd be all of my time, of course. It doesn't take an incredible amount of time to make these, and I do have free time still to play more Dark Souls. I haven't been doing it mostly because I'm enjoying playing this game so much that I kind of just haven't felt like playing it recently. But that doesn't mean I've given up entirely. I will go back and do it. Because I still haven't even done DLC, which I really want to do. I've heard, like, I played some of the first DLC, and wasn't entirely fond of it. But this, the second one that came out, I heard was really good. And I heard the third one was probably going to be pretty good as well. I don't think it's out quite yet, but it should be out soon. And I'm really interested in playing those. They'll tide me over until Bloodborne comes out in February. A bunch more bats. Fuck, man, that shield dash is so awesome. What do we got down here? Another scribes thing? Okay.
Defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. With great sorrow, I ran him through.
I've been looking at the gear. Have I gotten anything worthwhile? Nope. Good deal. I don't know if drops scale with difficulty. I imagine they would to some degree. But I have not been getting a ton of good drops on this run so far. That'll change as I continue to level up. I'll continue to get better gear, obviously. But right now my goal is just trying to make a character that can make it to the end of Act 5. If I can do that, I'd be happy, even if I don't have particularly good gear. I can worry about that afterwards.
Maintain your incantation. Your magic is weakening. I am free.
Man, I fucking love that shield dash.
Now, back to my mission.
I've heard there's a build for Crusaders called like Shotgun Crusader. They've got a skill that kind of looks like a shotgun blast. That I might try out at some point. I don't know what skill that is. But it looks pretty interesting. I think I'm blocking a lot more now. I keep seeing those fire explosions. Let's see, could I see what my block chance is? Offense, defense. Block chance, 26%. That's what I thought. So it's not high. Maybe it's just because I was getting hit a bunch. Because I had 3 enemies on me. Kind of reminds me of like old school WoW prop paladins in like BC. They were known as porcupine tanks because the majority of their threat came from being attacked and either blocking it or taking it and doing damage via retribution aura. Because the way their holy shield worked at that time was that it would greatly increase your chance to block, and when you blocked, you would do damage to the enemy that attacked you, or the enemy you blocked, I suppose. And then they would put a shield spike on their shield as well, so that they would take additional damage from the shield spike, increasing their threat even further. They would use Consecrate all the time. And they would use Retribution Aura, which means even if they weren't blocking, the enemies were taking damage because they were hitting them. It's basically like Thorns from Diablo for people that haven't played World of Warcraft. It's just anything that hits you takes damage in return, and it was all holy damage, and all of their holy damage was had increased threat because of their tank spec. Some passive talent that would give them a whole bunch of extra threat generation from holy spells, or from holy damage specifically. But back at that time, they didn't have a way to really scale their holy damage up. Their holy damage didn't scale with their melee stats like strength or attack power. It's not like it is here in Diablo 3 where stuff scales based on weapon damage. All of their gear would have strength and stamina on it because they're tanks. But there's all of their holy damage, which is what their main threat generator was, would scale with spell power, which they didn't have, so they were kind of shit out of luck, basically. They were very handicapped because of that. So a lot of paladins ended up using shitty one-handers that were like caster maces because they would give them spell damage, and that was kind of the only thing they could do. And then they would try to get as much spell damage out of their gems and other gear as possible without sacrificing their defense too much. Obviously, since they're tanks, they can't go around wearing robes, but they could gem like spell damage gems, spell damage enchantments, spell power. I mean, I should say, not spell damage. But I mean, I guess they're basically the same thing.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my
I noticed that I talk a lot about WoW on this thing, even though I haven't played WoW in a long time. Not really, anyways. I think I still have an active subscription. I reactivated it a couple of weeks ago. But I just haven't had time. And then, ooh. I just had to clear my throat. I got a bunch of stuff in it. But like a couple of weeks ago, Arcade came out, which seems really interesting. It's a sandbox MMO where you can like build pirate ships, and it just seems really cool. And I want to try it out, but it's It's another MMO, so regardless of like endgame format, it's still going to take a huge time investment to get into. But I've got the client installed. I've played a little bit. For that, it might almost be better to like not play it at all and then just kind of jump in and see, like learn the game as I make videos in it. They might be useful to someone. I'm sure with that game being like when I tried to make a character earlier this week, I guess. It was probably about 5 days ago, 6 days ago. I forget. Roughly the last week. When I tried making a character, there were some pretty heavy restrictions on where I could make characters. There were queues on almost every server. There were like 8 to 10 servers. When I logged in to the server that I could get on, there was a huge number of people around. It seems like that game's pretty popular, at least right now. So it might be a good idea to like make those videos, because that's a new game that a lot of people are going to have questions about, and maybe they'd want to watch something like to figure stuff out as they're playing. I don't know. With MMOs, I'm always kind of sketchy about like what I want to actually show.
My wrath is low.
Because those games take so much time that it's like I could show questing and leveling up, but I don't know if that's interesting to anyone. I've seen some people do it. We've got like let's plays of leveling up in WoW. So I guess there's an audience out there for that somewhere, but I don't know if I want to show that or not. Although I guess that's kind of what I'm doing right now. It's just in a different format. And then I can fucking sit in whatever general chat they've got in the starting zone and listen to people talk about fucking Sword Art Online. Or butts or something. I don't know. Whatever they talk about. And it's basically Baron's chat. It's just garbage. It's all anime and just dumb shit.
Cursed by my once beloved king.
But I guess that's kind of one of the things that I like about MMOs, is that you just get, like, I guess that's, I actually learned about Sword Art Online from Guild Wars 2, because I was playing that right around launch, or right at launch, and that's right around the same time that Sword Art Online was starting. So I heard about that, and that show, at least the first season, was awesome. Second season kind of shit the bed, but first season was really, really good. I don't know. I don't know what I want to show with that kind of stuff, or what I want to do. I don't really have any plans. I just know that, like, since I've started doing this, I've made, I don't know, something like a dozen videos at this point, most of which aren't out at the time of me recording this. But I know that I actually kind of enjoy making these things, even though they're kind of dumb. It's just me playing a game and talking over it. I don't know if anyone wants to watch that. At this point, I don't care. It's mostly me learning how to do this stuff and just having some fun doing it. And then if someone wants to watch it, that would be awesome. But for the time being, it's just a cool thing that I'm doing, and maybe no one else thinks it's cool, and that's fine by me. But yeah, MMOs are a thing I'd like to do in the near future.
Require more wrath.
I just don't know what format I want to do for those. If I want to try sticking with one MMO and going through some of the leveling, or if I want to try and get in a little bit and then do like a highlight of a zone or a specific mechanic of the game, or a specific class. I don't know. I could do like maybe class intro videos, spend like a dozen hours with each class, and kind of learn how to play them, and then do like an overview of what this class does and how to play them and what kind of gear they need and things like that. I'm sure I could probably figure out most of that in a dozen hours. But for people that are just like brand new to MMOs, that's probably something that's really difficult for them. Because I know, like, when I first started playing WoW, I was fucking awful at it. I think I was playing a balanced druid. I was meleeing stuff because I didn't want to use my mana. I was basically just like meleeing and casting like Moonfire and casting, what is it, Rejuvenation? I forget which one of their heals was instant, but it was an instant heal, instant cast. That was a heal over time. So I would just sit there and I would basically kind of just be tanking the damage with my healing, and then just meleeing as a balance druid. I don't know. I was real dumb. But I know there's a lot of people that make those mistakes. Because, I mean, I'd played games for a very long time, but WoW didn't tell me what type of gear I should use or how I should play a class. And that stuff has improved a lot, but a lot of newer games aren't going to have that. Like, I don't know. It seems like that kind of information that would be useful to people that are brand new to a game. Because I know I fucked it up even though I spent a huge amount of time playing games as I was growing up. I mean, I've been playing games since I was like 3. And a lot of them were RPGs, and I still was just awful at that game. I had no idea what I was doing. I was playing everything wrong, and I was just bad at everything. I was soloing, doing single target damage as a prop paladin. I was meleeing as a balanced druid. It was a bad time. I was leveling quickly, because I was playing a lot, but that doesn't mean anything. You can level in any MMO, and still be making lots of dumb mistakes. They don't make it hard to level, they just make it time-consuming. Which is kind of a good thing in some ways, that it takes so long, because it gives you a lot of time to become familiar with the game, like with mechanics, with the world, with your character and how you're supposed to play it. That slow rollout of skills and that slow progression allows you to kind of keep pace with it as you're coming to terms with the game, and maybe like as you learn skills, you are able to sort of like figure out your class over a long period of time as you're unlocking these new skills. And like a lot of people don't like the time commitment, but in some ways it's actually a good thing. It helps people get in, even though it's so time consuming. Because it allows you, instead of throwing you everything all at once, it rolls it out over time and makes it easier to digest in smaller pieces stretched out over a longer period of time. I have no idea what the fuck I'm even talking about. I'm talking about fucking MMOs. I'm not even playing online. I don't know why I do these things. All I'm saying is arcades might be cool. I will be playing it some. Maybe that's a thing that some of you people should check out as well. I don't know. It seems interesting. I don't know who developed it. I know it's published by the same people that published Rift. Tryon something. Tryon Worlds? I forget exactly. But that seems like a pretty good game. It's fairly responsive combat. It's hotbar MMO combat, so it plays like WoW in a lot of ways. But it's got enough extra stuff in there that it might be worth my time. Even though I'm kind of, for the most part, done with those games. Ooh, fuck. I guess I missed these guys. I have no idea where the fuck am I supposed to go. Maybe right there in the center is where I'm supposed to go. It's either that or over here on this side. Obviously, I can't point to it because I don't have a cursor in that map. But I was trying to move what I was looking to at the center of the screen. So we'll try this way first. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. This is taking a really long time, actually. I don't know why this is going so slow. I would have thought that I'd like be there by now, because I thought I'd be able to get to the Skeleton King in this episode, but that is obviously not happening. This might just have to be a longer episode, because I'm not leaving quite yet. I don't want to get too long, because that puts issues with my internet connection. Or creates issues with my internet connection. It doesn't put anything anywhere. This doesn't look like it's going to be it, though. But we've got one of these with no book. That's the only thing those are good for, is getting books off of them so that I can get experience. Because I don't care about the story. I just picked them all up so I can level up faster. Looks like I picked the wrong direction. I can get to it by heading down as soon as I get through this realm. So that might be a little faster than going up and around. Alright, we found some dudes. Or skeletons, not dudes specifically. I don't even know why I use that. I've noticed a lot with like listening to myself as I'm recording these things that I use a lot of the same words over and over, and I know that a lot of people do that, but it actually, I don't know, kind of gets annoying. And I don't know if it even bugs anyone else, but I know it bugs me because it's me doing it, and then it's me also listening to it again and listening to myself doing it. I'm like, God damn it, you're such an idiot. Why are you doing this? You don't have to say fantastic every fucking 10 minutes. Well, I know that's one of them. Fantastic. I don't even know why that's. I don't know. Let's get this buff and then head down here. Whoa, that's a lot of.
Make your peace quickly.
Alright, that was pretty sweet. Let's go up. I'm gonna go back. I want to pick this stuff up, and I can't because my inventory is full. But I've been playing for half an hour now, so I should probably stop this as well. So, guys, if you liked what you saw, let me know. Like it, comment, subscribe, something like that. Doesn't matter. Anything will help me out. If you didn't like it, let me know why. I'm pretty new at this still, and getting any kind of feedback I can would help me to improve my channel and the videos that I make. So guys, thanks for watching. We will continue this next time.